After only 6 conference wins and a 9th place finish last year, women's basketball clinched a share of the regular season title this past Saturday with a chance to secure the top spot in the conference this week. The man at the helm of that team, Travis Brewster, joins us in the coach's corner. Travis, congratulations first off. Nice turnaround, huh?
We'll take her.
How do you explain that?
Well, it's about the perseverance of our team. They set a goal out there and they went for it, and they put a lot of work in the off season. So very proud of this group and how they've handled themselves. It could have been easy to kind of fall the other way.
You look at Maddie Buck as your leader. She made some plays down the stretch for you. A big 3 in that game at Eastern Washington, and then another play late in the game as well to kind of cinch it. It starts with your leadership, I'm assuming.
Yep.
She's kind of grown as. She was called upon early in her career to be a player here at UND, but that leadership thing sometimes sticks or it doesn't, and she's kind of embraced that leadership position, hasn't she?
Yeah, I think you look at how we've done things through the years past. It's always been part of the UND way. Maddie and herself of playing early as a freshman. It's just one of those situations that arose. But I think a lot of it has to do with how she handled things in the off season. A lot of conversations about how to go about things, and also just time in the gym. So we've been pretty fortunate. You look at Katie Hodak, who's showed perseverance battling through injuries. You got Alyssa Wall, who battled through an injury to come back and play for us. And then you got Megan Lauk, who played and then got injured. It tells you they had a plan. And they talked about it as a group amongst themselves, being the captains, and that's allowed us to have the success that we've had.
Coach, your bench has been really good, especially in the last few weeks. Talk about, especially Emily Evers coming off the bench in limited minutes, 19 minutes on Saturday, 12 points, 13 rebounds, 3 block shots. Talk about your bench and how well they've played.
Well, I think you look at Emily, in our situation, probably most other schools should probably be starting.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the things that tells you how our team is. It's a team concept. I think Emily's obviously gives us a great lift off the bench in her time when she's on the floor. But, you look at a Michaela Dyer who comes up and gives us a nice lift. I think Suri Burke has been a very useful player, being utilized the right way for us. They're just playing good basketball together, and it's a selfless team, and nobody's really getting caught up who scores the most points or anything like that. It's more about, hey, let's take care of business and let's get her done.
Eventually there's an NCAA tournament berth on the line, and hopefully it's right behind us here at the Betty, but is it more difficult now with that? You can see that. Is it more difficult to go game to game and try to focus on each one instead of thinking of that big picture?
I don't think so. I think for us, with one game this week, it's pretty easy to kind of keep our focus on that one game. We're talking about a team that's hot. They're potentially they could share the conference crown with us. We've talked about it as a team. That's not a problem at all. But at the same time, we only got one game to focus on. You can't control any of the other stuff yet, so let's take care of business.
So the excitability factor you're not concerned with?
Oh, I'm sure they'll be excited. I want them to be. I guess I look at it from the standpoint of they should be excited. They really should. They've worked very hard this year. They should have a chance to enjoy it a little bit. But I also hope they're a little bit greedy and don't want to share.
How much will it mean to be at home if you're there for the conference tournament?
That's why we don't like to share. No, it's one of those things of, to be able to play in front of our fans and our community would be awesome. I think that you look at our team and how things are, it's a special opportunity for everybody.
Coach, do you look at Thursday as, I know you're trying to clinch that and get it so it comes here in Grand Forks, but do you look at Thursday as possibly a preview to a Big Sky Conference, a big matchup?
Well, I think so. I think it's one of those things. You look at our game here before. It was a tight-knit game the whole way. It gives you tournament type of feel,
right?
Playing this game. Obviously, with the doubleheader with the men, and there's going to be more people there. It's going to be significant for our men's program as well. I think it's a great type of atmosphere that we're getting ready to play in.
Coach, best of luck in Cedar City against Southern Utah. Hope we see you back here playing at the Betty next week.
Me too. Thanks a lot.
Coach Travis Brewster with UND women's basketball team.